Hi guys, this is your girl Caitlin, and welcome back to the channel. So today, off of a comment from a viewer, I won't say their name for whatever, but thank you very much for the comment, and hopefully this video will answer your question. If you guys have any questions, then feel free to just pop them down below, or jump on Discord, or hit me up on Twitch at twitch.tv/Caitlin_UK. So with all of that out of the way, what is today's video? Well, today's video, as you can see, is going to be looking at gear, or more specifically, initial gear. What can we do as Shaman, Resto Shaman, in the start of TBC? So, what we're basically going to do, I'm not going to talk about talents today, I'm purely going to talk about gear, and obviously you can see my stats. The other thing I would say about all of this gear requires no heroics, no raiding, everything here is completely available from purely just normals and honor. So we're going to start off with Helm, obviously, where it starts. It's High Warlords. So we're going to be using 5-piece of the honor High Warlords 70 gear. The thing that I will note now is that I'm not quite sure how the site works, but I couldn't put yellow gems in blue or red sockets. I'm not entirely sure why, but I couldn't use yellow gems. However, in the Helm slot, this is how I would gem it. So first off, obviously, we got the Helm. We then have the enchant from Thralmar, or from Hellfire. I would say, I think you will get the rep you require from purely questing that. If you don't, when you ding, go quest, get the rep, or just do instances, get the rep, enchant your Helm with the healing. It's fantastic, obviously. Secondly, we've got the meta. Now, the meta is something of an interesting topic that I'm happy to, again, further discuss. Let me know if you want to hear it. However, currently we're going to go with the mana restored meta. It's very nice, and then we're going to use a healing and MP5 gem, specifically because it's a great gem. It gives us everything we want, AK, healing, and MP5, and then also actually gets the socket bonus of resilience, which we want again. Jumping next to the neck, standard, honor neck, and then spell hit. We want to get the least, or the minimum, we want to get 2% spell hit from our gear, and then we can talent 1% from our resto tree to get 1 point. There isn't a problem. Or if you're playing Draenei, you don't even have to do that, and you save yourself a talent point. But aim for 2% from your gear, and this is what this gear gives. It will give you 2%, or 2.38 if you want to be specific, but you will get that 2%, and then you spec for the additional 1 hit. So shoulders, again, we've got the enchant from the Aldor. If you're playing anything other than elemental, if you main elemental, go Scryer, otherwise go Aldor. Again, we've got the MP5 and healing gem, and then we've got a bit more spell hit. Again, and then it gives us the socket bonus of some more resilience. Standard shit. So this cloak, again, so this is going to be one of the points of controversy. I think some people will disagree with me, especially fantastic shamans, good guys that play very well. The cloak isn't controversial at all. This is from Steam Vaults, easy to get. I don't think that the honor one is worth it. I think it's too shit, basically. And I think the additional healing is the way to go. What is controversial, maybe a point of discussion, is the fact that I would use, and do use, a 15 shadow res enchant as opposed to 20 spell pen. I don't think that Shaman need the spell pen. It is helpful, it helps with purging, especially against certain classes like druids when they have nature resistance. However, the shadow resistance, the reason we're using that is fundamentally because it allows us to resist further things like fear, basically. The shadow res will allow us to possibly resist fear. Again, spell pen aside, I prefer this. I think this is the way to go. Fears, mana burns, shadow's pretty nasty for us. I would go with this. This is what I do. Either way. Then we again jump onto the chest. Resilience enchant on a chest. The thing, as I said, I can't put a on this website, at least, I couldn't put a resilience gem in the 3rd socket. I would put a resilience. So this chest, if I could, would be 3 resilience gems. The reason being that resilience is good. I think aiming for 300 plus resilience is probably the way to go. That's sort of like a good target for season 1. 350 is maybe a little bit better, especially if you're playing 2s, then resilience becomes, you know, more significant for you as a shaman. And also the actual socket bonus of 4 crit is completely, you know, who cares? Nobody cares. So ignore the socket bonuses, go for 3 resilience gems. Okay, and then we're on to the Unyielding set. So obviously this is cloth. It's not mail. Surprise. There's other, you know, sets as well. There's some leather later on as well. It's more significant to get the best you can get from your gear. The armor differences aren't, you know, significant compared to actually having some really good bracers. And, you know, collectively, including the set bonus, these guys are going to give you 32 resilience or 40 resilience if you gem the way I have. And then obviously you put healing. There's no healing on it. And then finally, it gives you even more spell hit. So you get to, you know, go for that. These are just fantastic. I know they are cloth. Just accept it. I wish they were mail, but they're not. They're great. Go for it. So this dagger, if anyone's not familiar, is from Botanic Normal. Again, completely farmable, very approachable, normal, no heroics, fantastic dagger, good healing, good stam, good resil, everything you want from a weapon. Again, crystal pulse shield, obviously no stam on it, no resilience. However, it does give us a good bunch of MP5, a good bunch of healing, and collectively taking into account, you know, the fact that we're running a weapon which is the opposite with, you know, no intellect at all, but lots of stam resilience. The two balance out, and obviously you can swap your shield. There is nothing wrong, or what I would actually suggest, in fact, is to have at least 2 shields. One that is for defensive play. You know, you can use a pure tanking shield, literally has stam, defense, whatever you want to call it, or a PvP shield for defensive play. And then you have, when you're not being focused and you're purely healing, you can swap. You can swap your shield in arena. Highly advised that you learn to do that. It's important. It's a good way of just getting that little bit extra. But, you know, completely general play, on average, this is the shield I'd go for. This is the enchant I'd use. Let's go on to our gloves. So gloves, completely basic, everything that you'd expect. The significant fact about these gloves compared to the Gladiator's healing gloves is the Gladiator's gloves do not have the same glove bonus. So as we can see, equip improves your range of all shocks by 5 yards. Now, if you don't play a shaman, that sounds quite insignificant. 5 yards, who cares? When you play a shaman and you get used to this, 5 yards is massive. I use these gloves up until, I think I've used them up until season 3, because the set bonus on gloves, healing gloves from Gladiators, traditionally is 2% crit on your healing, lesser healing wave. Compared to the extra range on your shocks, range is so important. Next, we've got Unyielding to go, obviously crafted. You can make it yourself if you are tailoring, otherwise buy it, it's worth it, it's good shit. Again, I couldn't put a additional 8 resilience gem here. You know, socket bonus, 3 intellect, nobody cares. Just go for the resilience. Again, especially if you're doing 2s, I can't hammer this home enough. If you're doing 2s, you need resilience. Aim for, probably say about, you know, 350 resilience in season 1. Okay, legs, nothing special. Exactly what you expect. Healing, High Warlord's legs, and then the Golden Spell Thread enchant. You can buy it on the AH, or if you're tailoring, again, make it yourself. Done. Feet. As you can see, these are leather. If you can buy the leather pieces, buy the leather pieces. The reason being, especially in season 1, the male set doesn't have plus healing on it. It's got spell crit and it has spell damage. Because for some reason Blizzard decided nobody's going to play Resto Shaman in Arena, so they don't need healing gear for it. You can't get healing from your gear in general in season 1 that's male. So we're going to go down one step to leather, and thankfully leather is itemized amazingly. You know, 62 plus healing, 7 MP5, 24 resilience. These boots are absolutely sick. Okay, so rings. We're on to rings now. Seal of the Exorcist, fantastic ring. You get it from 51, I believe it is, Spirit Shards from Terracar instances. So fundamentally, Shadow Labs, one of the first things I would farm is this ring. It is obviously its spell power, but more importantly, its resilience, and it's also got a bit of hit on it. The hit is fantastic. It allows us to get to that 2% that we really need. Okay, so second ring, unsurprisingly, it's just your standard honor, fair, resilience, stamina, spell power. There's not a healing one. If you wanted to use a purely healing one, then there is, I'd probably say, go for the one from Karazhan Rep. It's really accessible, easy, decent healing. It's got a bit of spirit on it, which we don't care about, but you know, it's a good healing ring. In this case, as I said, we're trying to really stack a little, you know, some good resilience levels. So go for this one. What do I need to say? It's your Trinket. Get your PP Trinket. This is again a tricky one. Your secondary Trinket as a Shaman, you've got a load of options. Personally, I go for Scarab of the Infinite Cycle. It's from Black Morass normal or heroic, but it's from Black Morass, very farmable. The haste proc is absolutely amazing. It is so incredibly noticeable, and when you get very good at playing Shaman, you will in fact learn to play around whether it's procced or not, and the way you heal will actually be impacted by the haste proc. And then as we come to an end, finally, we're on to our totem. This one is from Nagrand. It is from the Hunter quest line, or extra healing on Lesser Healing Wave. Lesser Healing Wave is your primary heal that you can be using in Arena. So that's it, guys. Short one today, maybe a short one, I'm not quite sure. But as always, if you want to throw me a follow, if you want to, you know, see what more I'm doing, you can see me on Twitch, you know. But thank you, as always, for watching. Again, appreciate and shout-outs to the fan that actually suggested that I look at this, and it's a fantastic website. If you have any questions, concerns, if you're interested in conversation, then you can join the Discord and come for a discussion there. I'm happy to answer questions there. Alternatively, you can obviously find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Caitlin_UK, or the easiest way for you guys, probably seeing as you're watching this video, is just down in the comment section. If you want to give us a follow, if you want to sub, whatever, go for it. Give the video a like if you think it's good. If you don't think it's good, let me know, and I will try to improve. But thank you very much for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you all in the arena.